everybody. Surprise! It's just me. So, I am not sure where Jess is this morning. So if somebody has her number, please call her. I've sent her a text. I didn't get a response. So I don't know. So anyways, good morning. So how's about that? Oh, y'all got to see this. This is my dojos sleeping together. See all three of them under the log? Is that not just the cutest? They're so funny. I love them. Anyways, I will go ahead and start with some hellos. And I see first Diddlers. This is what I can see is Bigfoot Fish Tanks. Good morning, Diddlers. Canastilla Valley Cichlids. Good morning, David. Oh, I almost missed it, but I snailed it just in time. Annette. Good morning, Mystery Snow Guardians. 3G. Good morning. Dennis Christensen. Hello. Jenna P. Good morning. Are you out of school now, Jenna P? I've seen you 2 days in a row. I know you're excited. I can't wait for school to be out. And there's Monster Fish Gal, Miss Laurie. The right-hand lady here. And Levi's Aquatics, good morning to you. And Welvina Fish Clan, good morning, Melvin. Eric Wyrock, good morning, sir. He with the fancy labels. There's a lot of chattering. And good morning, Brooklyn Bell. I see you got up this morning. Oh, just popped on me. Now I see what Jess is talking about. Oh, I have to go way back. Okay. Too Coolie for Schoolie. Good morning. And JoJo Stanley. On time. Oh my goodness. What is the world coming to? And Kay Halliday. Good morning. Kelly Foreman. Good morning. Oh, she has a big fat headache today. Did Fat Kitty give that to you? Maybe you just need to rub Fat Kitty on your temples and it'll go away. And Atomic Injections 47. Good morning, Tom. Oh, we just dropped again. Oh, this is fun. Get to play figure out where you were. Now, if I'm missing you, put something else back in the bottoms. I think I. Oh, John Jensen's World. Good morning, John. And if you weren't here yesterday, John Jensen's World is My Fish Tanks Aquatics. John, he has combined all of his hobbies into one channel. So when you see that name, that's who that is now. Got tired of living triple lives, huh? It's hard enough to keep one channel up, much less 3 or 4. And there's Davadoo. I need a Dav. Good morning to you. So, I wore my Papa Shrimp shirt today since Papa Shrimp is the end of the month sponsor. And yesterday I wore my fishfam.link shirt. So if you want to go and get a fishfam.link shirt, go to fishfam.link and find your merch. I found it under Liquid Zoo's account, so he may have changed that by now. So I hope everybody had a great start to their week. I did. It was nice and quiet. Didn't do anything. Don't waste my day. Love it. But I just sat and did what I do lots of days is stare into your tanks. It was just my peace space. But that's what I come in here and I do. But you can't know what's going on in your tanks if you don't look at them. And if you look at them enough, you know if anything is wrong in the tank or if something has changed. Just like these guys here. They're out about anytime I don't have a camera on. I can't get a picture of them live. Now they'll probably do it when I'm not paying attention, and they'll probably come out and do some little faces and stuff. But if you see them, let me know, because if I turn around, they're going to disappear again. Nate Wild, you didn't miss anything. We're just saying good mornings. And Glassbox Hero, Yo-Yo, it's time for the Aquatic Morning Show, and he's lurking and working. Good morning, Danny. And today our mystery short is Mr. Snow Guardian's unboxing. Watch the video and type those famous words. I love watching the Aquatic Morning Show, and get your entry in for the weekly race on Fridays. It seems like this should already be a Thursday for some reason. I don't know why. It just feels like a Thursday. Maybe it's because I want school to hurry up and be out. I'm so tired of school and schedules, and because with the kid home, we live around that schedule clock too. And it would be just so nice not to have to fight with the kid about getting dressed, be up there, have the computer on, da 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 da. This right here, when she goes to school at the brick and mortar next year, yeah, looking forward to it. And Griffin's Fish Room, good morning. And Sharpie's Fish and Phantoms, good morning, Sharpie. And did I miss any fins? Any fin goes. Good morning, I missed you. Sorry about that. Yes, amongst the fish go. She did. She posted the short. So we did have some learning yesterday in the Wet Your Plants. And of course, if you've been around me a little bit, you know that I'm all about this plant stuff. And yesterday they taught us about propagating certain plants. And something that had not crossed my mind before, because you have to basically tell me out loud. But this Madagascar lace has budded. And it's shriveling up, but see the little flower right there? I am going to see if I can collect seeds from that. Don't know if it'll work or not, but they're there, so I might as well try it, right? Look how long this thing really wanted to grow. It's a long ways out the tank, and there's another bud coming up, but they're not doing real well. They're getting very thin. So I don't know what's going on, but anyways, I'm going to do what I can. Oh, something is wrong with your right eye. Well, something's always wrong with one of mine, but hey, this is what you get. But I understand. You don't feel like it. And Jay Oliver's got these in aquatics. I think Jess is waiting on an order from him. Yeah, Papa Shrimp is mighty comfy today. He's in a hug, a perpetual hug, at least until the shirt comes off. But what we'll do is we'll hang out for a bit, and if Jess has come by 10:30, we'll do some of the shares and stuff that she normally does, and then we'll just wrap it up a little early today. Oh, but I guess I can do this. I can do that. And I think that's all that I can do. I don't see any more magic buttons for me to press. So this StreamYard stuff is, I'm learning it, but I have been resistant to learning. So, does anybody have a question? Well, Brooklyn, that's up to you, but I came in the back door here. So just give me 1 second. Let me see if I can figure out how to post the link or whatever. I don't know. I just emailed you the link Brooklyn, if you want to. Yeah, Kelly, she could have a pirate patch. Oh Lord, don't tell me we need to get pirate patches for our props now. I already have a skipper hat. Then I can have a pirate patch. Ooh, we can make this fun. We could have costume days. You know, I didn't get up till 9:30 myself, so it is what it is. At a certain age in your life, you kind of care, and then sometimes you just don't. Anyways, guys, my 3G, I got some white cloud mountain minnows from him, and one of them things is nice and thick in the middle, so I'm hoping that there's some babies in there. And of course, they're so tiny in these tubs, but and the duckweed and the spangles and everything else that I've growing on top to help keep the water a little cooler, I have to open up a little hole in there, and so I can look down into the hole and see the fish. But they are so pretty from the sun hitting them, and of course you can see the top form, so you can see if they're getting whiter or whatever. And it's like, oh, I think I might have some babies in there. So hopefully there'll be more of the little jokers. I did put me in a fake sump. I don't know what to call it, but I put me it's a flower pot, but it's a big one with some holes at the bottom. And I laid a couple of pads down and put my return pump hose up in there so it filters through. Oh, and I also put a plant up in there, so I put the water hose actually on the plant, and then it goes through that because it's just in gravel. And then, so they're getting all the little nutrients from the tank. It comes down, it goes back in the tank. And it's a very subtle sound, but it looks all right and it sounds pretty good. So the other ones I have, the other two ponds, I have just done little plastic buckets. I didn't think about the flower container thing until I saw Miss Susan's from SLC Aquatics today. We shared her ponds. And it's like, gosh, I remember I had seen that, but I've forgotten it because, you can only hold so much up in an old brain. And, as more and more stuff comes in, stuff gets pushed to this little chamber in the back. And you have to have something that tells it, oh, hey, bring it back out. So I was kind of glad that I just had that thing sitting around, and it's like one of those things you just might not use it for a long time, then you pull it out and reuse it for a season. Then you put it away for 2 or 3, and then you pull it back out. And there it is again. So, but I was glad to get to use it because a dear friend of mine that passed this year had given it to me when I bought my last house to help decorate my yard. So I just can't get rid of it. And Fishy Mom, good morning. Oh, the pack of bowl. You haven't started your project, you need to get busy. I'm waiting on my stock for mine. I have done 2. because I can't stop. And these little bowls are just so cute. And I said I didn't want to have little tanks, but when you set up these little ones, it just looks like a little tiny underwater world. And you just do another one and another one. And now I'm up to 9 little tanks. Can't believe it. And then an aquarium guy, good morning to you. We're waiting on Jess. I put out a Fish Fam APB, so if anybody has seen her, if she's goofing off somewhere, we need to go get her and bring her butt back to the show. And Nate's going to get his first paycheck soon for a new job. Great. That's a good feeling. Do you still get an actual check? I have not received a check in my last 20 years of working. We did it all electronically, which made it easy to pay your bills because you didn't go spend it, but you also never had money because it went straight in and you had to go get money if you wanted some cash. And so I am so used to never having any cash. So if I go somewhere and something's $3, it's like, I can't get it because I don't have $3 on me most of the time. So unless my husband's with me, or he's like, take some cash out of my wallet, which I don't have a problem with that either. But I don't always think about doing it. And there's Gina's Reef. Good morning. And Gina, did you get a chance to go check out Mary Ann on Gilligan's Island? And then you can see what I'm talking about. But you just have the cutest little Mary Ann face and hair and personality. That's true, Nano Aquarium Guy. It is very hard to take pictures of boats because it's hard to not get a reflection. Now, Miss Smarty Pants here has a GoPro in her house that belongs to her husband, but I'm scared to stick it in the water. I wish he would do it first. But I'm just going to have to break bad and just go ahead and do it. Because it's like I'm wasting all this opportunity because I could have some really good pictures, you know. And maybe I got it sitting right by my feet. That's the thing. I put it on my computer table cart. So I won't forget to do it, but I always forget to get brave enough to read up on it. And good morning, Miss Victoria Lee Creates. And how are you doing? But so back to the plants yesterday. I don't know that much about trimming them. And good morning.
Hello. I saw you were alone, so I'll come up and hang out for a little bit.
Yes, Why So Lonely? Skeeter Davis, do you remember that? Skeeter Davis, you remember her?
No.
It was like my aunt had a bunch of old like country western albums, and that was in that batch, and it was from the
Why
50s
so
and
lonely?
60s.
It sounds familiar.
Yes,
I mean,
Skeeter
I'm from
Davis.
Lonesome I Could Cry. I remember that, obviously. That's the big one. But
Yeah.
why
Well,
so lonely?
that's a theme song. So lonesome I could cry.
I just woke up. I just barely crawled out of bed and walked in here, and then I saw you were alone. So I haven't even, I got my water. That's it. So I might be a little,
A
loopy
little
start.
groggy.
Good morning,
Well,
Dee Dee. It's good to
I
see
went to
you.
bed early last night, so
I
I
wasn't
couldn't
up
hang.
late.
I couldn't hang.
I
I
never
just
can.
couldn't hang.
I
I
mean,
used to be able to do this every
yeah.
night, and I can't. It's like for the last 3 or 4 weeks, it's been like 10 o'clock. I'm like, oh my God, I got to finish this video for the live streams, because I try not to do it before 8. So if somebody adds
Yeah.
something, I can get it worked in there. And then it puts me so late, and then it's like I'm struggling. And I just
Yeah,
not
I
there.
mean,
I'm a night owl. I don't know what happened. Maybe the
oh,
bird flew away.
you're a morning dove now.
Well, I wouldn't say that because I rolled out of bed at 9:30.
Yeah, yeah. We just need our
And
sleep, man. It happens. We need our sleep. You got to recharge those batteries.
I almost like, Jess, and yeah, somebody will be up there to help her. So I don't know where she flew away to this morning.
Oh, she probably was up real late doing something too and just overslept, or maybe she's got a migraine again. Hopefully, it's nothing like that. I bet
Because
she
normally
just
she'll text me, but if you have a migraine and if you do fall asleep, you don't want to wake up in time to text somebody.
yeah.
You want to sleep through as much of it as possible.
Yeah, I bet she just overslept. So we'll hang out for a little while. I do have some things I need to work on today, but I got plenty of time for you, Dee Dee.
Oh, thank you so
Always got
much.
time for Dee Dee.
Yeah. It's clean, I swear.
Don't.
But it's just not the same without Ed.
No, Ed made it because he was just uh, such a funny guy.
uh, I can't believe it. It wouldn't have come out like that without Ed.
Just the whole thing was just so perfect, and it just kept going. It just kept going. I think that was the very first time I ever had to shut my camera off because I was laughing so hard, and my mic because I was like cough laughing. I mean, it was too much. It was too
Yeah.
much. All the usual suspects in the chat too. I see Sharpie said, "Oh damn, Berkeley looks bad." That's Rico. Oh, that's Rico.
Yes. She said she had something wrong with one of her eyes.
This is what happens.
Good morning, Papa Shrimp. I brought you with me. Normally, I wear the Rico shirt when I think we might need to bring company. But hey, Papa Shrimp conjured you up today too, so that's all fine.
That's a good one to wear too, Papa Shrimp.
Oh, Papa
That's a good
Shrimp,
one to
did
wear
my
too.
shrimp go out today or yesterday?
What'd you
Inquiring
get?
minds want to know.
What'd you get?
Some of the red neocaradinas that he has.
Nice.
I
Just
don't
the
know.
cherry. Are they cherries or are they a different one?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not. I just know they're red and they're neocaradinas.
Gotcha.
He's not video worthy right now, but he would come up. Well, it's okay.
I need to get some more Neos as well. I need to like update the blood in my colony. Fire red. He's got fire reds. Okay.
Pirates. They're pretty.
I have some real nice cherries. There's just some in a little 5 gallon here, but I was just looking in this tank last night, and there's some. They're just huge. They're like massive,
Huge.
huge. They're so big. He says you haven't gotten them yet.
No, I got these steel blue ones last week, but I have not seen the red ones yet.
Nano got some orange ones from Papa Shrimp. They're
And
awesome.
I got some oranges from him too, and they're the friendliest shrimp too. Lots of times, you put shrimp in a bowl or whatever, and they hide. Those came out like, "Hey, feed me. I've been on a long trip. It was like riding a bus. Give me something to eat."
Mine are pretty out in the open all the time. I see them everywhere. I've got them in just about every tank except for this one right here. There's none in that tank, but every other tank's got shrimp in it of some sort.
Now, I have not been brave enough to add them in the community tanks. Well, I had such a hard time getting them to populate. And it's like I can't afford for one of them to get lost.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah,
Now
see,
I'm
I don't.
finally figuring it out.
My water seems to be very good for the Neos. For the Neos, that's all I have is. Well, I do have some bamboo shrimp as well, but the Neos do really well in my water. Good, Brooklyn, maybe.
We have Brooklyn in here twice. I don't know what that means.
She might be having connection issues. Oh, there's Castillo. What's up, David? And Victoria Lee. Good morning, Victoria Lee and Debbie Holding. Gina's Reef. Hi, Gina. Had a lot of fun with Gina on Saturday night, and that sounded really bad, so I'm going to expand on that.
Yeah.
We were out with Brennan on Misfit, and we did Cards Against Humanity. Gina was one of the people there, and we had a blast. It was a lot of fun. It was worth staying up late.
I enjoyed that one. The first one was kind of like, a little freaky to me.
A little
The
what?
card, the types of decks of cards that he used on the first one. I weren't into that one too much, but I
What
guess that you
was?
can get different decks.
Yeah. What was the difference with the first one? Do you know?
To me, the first ones were almost bigots. A lot of the comments.
A lot of racist stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. They have some
and
of those. Yep, they do. Just to make
so it was
people
like, oh my
uncomfortable.
gosh.
Yep, just to make people uncomfortable. Yep, and to
And the ladies couldn't even read a lot of their cards because they were so nasty.
yeah.
But the other night there was a different vibe to it, and it was actually hilarious.
There's one called the anal pack, which is that's one of the decks. There's one called the period pack, and it's not from like a time. It's not
Oh,
a period
kind of
piece.
goes synonymous with tampons.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
It
Debbie
gets
Holder,
pretty
good morning.
risque. It's definitely not for kids. And
Mm-mm.
but years and years ago, we did play it with our kids, and my youngest son was like 12 at the time, and that was very uncomfortable. It was the older kids were okay with it, it wasn't as bad, but you don't want to play Cards Against Humanity with your kids. It's just not something you should do. They have kids versions of them. There she is,
Well, here I am,
sort of,
kind of.
and there he is. What's up, Jerry?
What's going on, Rico? Hi, Brooklyn. Hi, Dee Dee.
Hi.
Good
Hey.
morning.
Brooklyn, the take is looking fantastic though.
That's
Thank
Brooklyn's
you.
version of a pirate patch. Just her shoulder.
Just her shoulder.
Oh, look at you.
What's up with your eye? What's going on?
I don't know, but it's swollen and it hurts.
Yeah.
I don't
Oh.
know. I don't know. It's my eyelid, and I have no
Maybe
idea what it is.
Hi.
The sty in your eye.
Maybe I've never had one before, so
It happens.
I don't know.
I
It
had
You
my
hurts.
have to keep
one
your
last
fingers
year.
off of it.
Yeah,
I had
I
my first
ordered.
one last year, and trust me, I know your pain because I felt silly when I was doing live streams because I thought everybody could see my swollen eye. Nobody could except for me, but I felt like everybody could.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Like when you get
Maybe.
the eye wiggle, like when you
Yeah.
get that little muscle twitch on your eye, you think everybody can
Yeah.
see it, but nobody's really seeing it, just you.
Well, I ordered an eye patch because Steven and I are supposed to be filming our
Wait, did you
our
order-
You're supposed to be filming. Arr.
Arr.
we're
Arr.
our bowls, our bowlscapes, and if it's still swollen, I will be a pirate and I'll be drinking
Well,
rum. So yeah,
He needs to have a patch too. You should have got two so he could wear a patch.
But on
We
the
can do
opposite
it for you.
side. Opposite
Yeah.
side. So you stand next to each other and you.
Yeah, Stephen will take one for the team.
Oh,
Yeah.
Eduardo's asking where Jess is. We don't know, Eduardo. We think she just overslept.
I didn't see his water. Oh, okay, there he is.
Just think she overslept. So
my JoJo loaches
Yeah.
have really messed up this scape. They're having fun doing that.
Now they will do that.
Yes,
You
they're
have
having a
to-
blast doing that.
I always have to anchor the edges like a landscape border
Hmm.
with rocks or something to keep them from, they slide into them and tear them up. They're not
Well,
mean,
they like-
just,
Running their nose through the gravel as they're scavenging.
Yeah, they've done that a lot. They were
Mine
super
don't
excited
scavenge.
when they realized it was sand.
oh Lord, now here's Jenna P with a prop for you, Brooklyn. You've got
Yeah.
a kid's pirate hat.
and you need to get a steering wheel too, and put that in the front there by your front in your pants, so you can say, "Arr, it's driving me nuts."
Every time I say that, my husband does that. Every time I say something's driving me nuts, he goes, "Arr, it's driving me nuts," because he's a child.
Yeah, yep. Me too.
And
Me
you could
too.
go to the costume place and get you a pirate costume. Hey, go for it, girl.
Yeah,
I do have a Jack Sparrow one with the dreads and everything.
nice.
Hmm.
Scourge of the indoor seas. Arr.
A half blind skate.
Halfway blind. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Gina said you need to just put a warm rag on it.
Yeah, I did order I've done the warm rag, but I did order a compress thing, so I'll probably be more likely to use it.
Good morning, Mike.
Mikey
You
Mike.
wear it. Here's my rope fish. He loves it. He's having a blast in that mess. There he is.
I need to. I'm gonna see if I can make your tank bigger. And I probably
Well,
won't do it right, but we'll
You'll
try.
get it. You'll get it.
You click on
they've
her,
definitely
I think.
moved a lot of things around, and I think the dojos are fully responsible for that.
Click on hers, and there's like 3 little dots up in the top on
Oh.
her picture, and one of them says solo layout.
You,
Oh. Okay. All right.
Yay, we're learning.
Yeah.
this one.
Gonna learn this stuff by golly.
Yep,
It's
definitely.
really nice.
Definitely
I
the
don't have
dojos.
that landscape vibe thing. I love the way the sticks are like they blew that way from the water. You would think how they went sideways from years of being in the water. Like bonsai trees, people do the bonsais.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I ordered that from
Oh,
Houston Manzanita.
but you can really see Danger Noodle now. Well, he just went out of the picture, but
Yeah, he's right there on that side. And the little one, Nope Rope, has been out too. So
I
must
saw
like
one
this. Must
just
like the
dig in.
scape.
One of them just dug in right in the middle.
Oh yeah, you
oh,
see him?
that's
He's
no
the
proof.
one.
Maybe that's the same one, but he like right in the middle of the mass of plants. He like went right down inside of it. Maybe that's the same one.
The dojos are just
Must be.
loving uprooting my dwarf sag that I'm attempting to carpet. And they're saying, screw your carpet.
Couldn't
And
get
they're
that
We
ripping
stuff
it
don't
to
up.
want
work.
carpet. We want dirt. We don't want carpet.
Yeah, here
It
he
did
is.
not. The dwarf sag did not last for me. It just did not work.
There's Danger Noodle. It's at the
Took a
bottom.
long time, but it melted. It
Hmm.
melted away. There's just some plants I just can't do. My water is just it's too much for whatever. I'm sure if I worked at it, I could, but you know me, work at it.
Yeah.
Is that an oxymoron?
Yeah, I ain't working in nothing.
Well, you know what? I'm embracing the retired mode pretty good
Yeah.
lately.
You'd need to.
I
Brogan.
like being busy, but the last couple of weeks it's like I can sit and watch TV all day.
You can do whatever you want within reason,
Yes, you
long as it doesn't hurt.
can.
As long as it doesn't hurt other people.
That's right. And I can't stop watching the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard commentaries.
Yeah, I
People
don't
make
even watch.
fun of it.
Is that still going on?
Yes.
Yeah,
But I
it's
like
crazy.
the way somebody takes the video and then they put they
Yeah.
write words over it to try to match the look.
Oh, gotcha.
Of course, it just cracks me up.
The only commentary I watch on it is Ozzy Man. Ozzy Man does a good job on it, and I just like him anyway. So, I watch all of his videos, so that's the only reason I watch it. But otherwise, I really just don't give a flying about it.
Yeah. Well, I watched the behavior panel
Yeah,
where
I've seen them.
they take a clip out of it and then they like, oh, did you see that little smirk and the crinkles right here, or like that's a fake cry. They break that down. They're not for either person. They just call out what they see.
Yeah, but I feel like sometimes they don't know. You know what I mean? Because you don't know what's going through a person's head, and it might look fake to you, but maybe it's totally 100% sincere. I don't think we all have the exact same mannerisms. You know what I mean?
No. They get a baseline. They establish a baseline for that person first.
They watch people like
but stress does a lot of things to people.
Yeah,
I know, but they're trained to see the little minute things that me and you won't see.
I don't know.
And when they say they saw it, it's like, well, I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do, but most times I don't. So you have to go back and you can just barely capture something, or
It's basically the same way that good poker players learn to read people.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's, people do have a tell. You're probably right. Yeah, but again, stress can, induce all kinds of things to people, and I don't know. Just from my interactions with people throughout the years, knowing how much people misconstrue what I say and do, I know that most people are just full of it. They don't get other people. And these people are trained, so that's probably a whole different thing, but I don't know.
oh yeah. So some of them's like an army interrogator.
Yeah.
Um, he trained people how to resist the interrogations if they were captured. Just different things. And one of them gives the breakdown on the clothing and what kind of theme that people try to set, like you shouldn't wear a button, blah blah blah, whatever. It's just like, okay, I never thought about that kind of stuff. But it's interesting to watch them break it down. I'd like that
Mhm.
show when they were watching Lie to Me, when they were making Lie to Me, where the guy was a doctor like that, but he could look at these micro expressions and
We
just
don't
like
know,
pain and
Eduardo.
surprise.
Yeah, we still don't know.
We
I
don't
won't ask
know.
it again. Well, you asked it twice, we answered twice.
I have sent out a fish fam APB. I have texted her. I
A
don't
bolo.
know.
Well, hopefully
So
she just overslept.
I'm sure
so
that's it.
so somebody try calling her where the phone will ring, and maybe that will, if she's asleep, maybe it will wake her up.
I know there's
Because at first I thought she was just setting
storms
up her
going
camera.
through, but I don't think it'd be that bad to knock out her electricity or anything.
But one simple way of knowing if somebody's already privy to stuff, like when you are surprised, you go, really, and it's like your eyebrows raise and come down real quick. But if you're feigning surprise, like, really, I didn't know that, and you hold your eyes open and keep your eyebrows up for a longer period of time. And it's very simple to notice once you are onto that trick. And just try to do it, and your body will do it anyways. If you're pretending like you didn't know that somebody was getting in a gift and you did,
Yeah.
Mhm.
they can see it if they know how to read it.
Hmm.
But it's just interesting.
It's just amazing to me that everybody has these that reacts the same way. I find it hard to believe. But again, I know people out there that have that type of career and can read people and
Mhm.
do things like that. It's just amazing to me that we're all so different. We're all so different. We
Yes.
react so differently. I think you need to spend a lot of time. I don't think there's a blanket thing you can say, like you guys said earlier. They have a baseline, so you have to spend a lot of time getting to know that person's facial expressions and reactions before you can read them. Is
Yeah,
what I
they go
feel.
back to like previous casual interviews, like on talk shows and whatnot, and to see when they're relaxed and whatever. What we got?
Shrimpy.
Nice. Are they coming to my house?
No, not these. But yours are on the way, Dee Dee. I just did a follow-up on that.
Well,
Actually,
if they get dropped in the box too, it won't hurt my feelings.
I'm taking these up to the shop because I'm transferring everything that I have. Everything you see behind me is going to be at Jason's shop within the next few days.
So then, what you're gonna have at home?
I got to find a home.
Oh,
Ah,
Oh, okay.
Actually, I'm moving into town. I just haven't
okay.
been able to decide whether I want to get an apartment or I want to get a house, which one's going to be best.
Right.
I got to move everything closer to the shop because driving back and forth is just killing me.
Yeah.
I got that. It's a long trip for you.
so you
Yeah,
have a
And
lot
with
of
gas being $100,000 a
yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
oh,
You have
Lord.
help with the move. You got the kids coming over to help. You got people helping you with the move because you got a lot of shit to move, a lot of stuff to move.
Yeah, I mean, it's not as much as you think. This room actually has the most stuff to move, and my youngest son, who graduated 2 weeks ago, will be home this weekend for
Okay.
Memorial Day weekend.
Good.
So I'm waiting for him because he's also bringing all of his crap from Arkansas and bringing it
boy.
over here. So I might as well wait
Lovely.
till he gets here to move everything.
Are you guys
That's great.
sharing a place? Is he going to move in with you for a while?
Yeah, well, he's going to be going to college this fall, but I'd like for the kid to have someplace he could call home.
Yeah.
It's been since the fire that he's basically not had a place to call home. So that's kind of my focus right now is the business and making sure that what I'm doing for the business is going to take care of my son.
Gotcha.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good, man. It really is. It's kind of a little bit sudden because I thought maybe I could manipulate time, but my Doctor Strange powers have failed me.
Contrary to belief, you cannot put time in a bottle.
No.
You can put spit in a bottle, but you can't put time.
Spit?
You know how people...
Oh.
You snuff people?
Yeah.
Dipping.
Yeah.
I was like, spit?
Brooklyn used to dip. I did not know that till your focus on. I can't believe that.
Yep. Was that on Focus On? See, I
Yeah.
can't rewatch anything that I'm on, so I honestly don't know what I'm saying on here.
Why not?
I was like,
Does it drive you crazy?
It's
Watching yourself?
humiliating. Yeah,
You shouldn't feel that way.
I do though.
I get it. I have a hard time too. Because sometimes I need to go back and watch the chat for something. So I turn the sound off so I don't have to, at least I don't have to listen to myself. Yeah.
I did try to do that because I wanted to go back and see chats, but I get bored because I'm not hearing anything. So
you just put it on like triple speed or whatever the highest speed is, and the chat goes really quick, and then you.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Through it, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that. So speaking of behavior, so I moved my coolie loaches to the mosh pit tank because I put those Sumatran neon loaches in here, and I haven't seen them since I put them in there. So I was like, oh, well, maybe my coolies will make them feel more comfortable and they'll come out. And that's not what's happening. So
how long has it been?
It's been a week.
Oh, okay.
Well, no, since I put the coolies in there, it's been 3 days.
Oh, maybe a little bit longer.
You think I should wait? Because the coolies don't look like they're enjoying it at all. They're all crazy. I mean, I don't know. Can you see them?
I don't know. I feel like you just got to give everything time, and I feel like it's worse. And again, who am I? I don't know.
No, you're probably right. I'm very impatient.
Yeah,
so I'm sure you're right.
Give it time because I think they've just been moved into a new home. They're checking it out. The other ones are just seeing there's cousins moving around, and maybe I don't know. I don't like to move the fish too often, so I leave them alone.
Yeah.
Is there such a thing as an impatient perfectionist?
There is.
I believe that I think a lot of perfectionists are impatient.
That is me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll leave them in the mini mosh pit for a while and see if things get better. They were in this tank, the big tank. So maybe they're just like pissed off that they're in a little tank. I don't know.
I bet you it's just a change and they'll settle
Probably.
down as after a week or two or something. And again, I don't know. I have no experience with that. I'm just guessing. So don't take everything I say with a grain of sand.
Can y'all see them?
Yeah, you see the one.
These?
Yeah, they're going up down the glass.
Yeah.
Oh,
they usually do that when there's like a storm coming. That's what they do.
Mm-hmm.
But usually it's not all the time.
When it's fixing the storm?
Is that an auto sinkless in there too? What is that right on the glass?
Looks like an auto.
You have something right there.
He's frozen.
Yeah, I think we lost. Oh, there.
Oh, there she is. Oh, she's gone.
Brooklyn, conjure her back. Come on back.
Her eye is blocking the Wi-Fi.
Come back to us.
What happened?
Oh, that's pretty.
What happened?
I think you're losing.
You froze.
You're losing signal.
Me?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm having trouble with that right now. I don't know what's happening.
It's your eye. Your eye's causing it.
I mean,
It's blocking the Wi-Fi. It's gotten so big.
yeah.
Not to make you
Or-
feel uncomfortable or anything.
Oh no, I'm not uncomfortable.
I was telling the LFS they have had rope fish in there, and I go by and it's like, oh my god, I got to keep walking. Oh, look at Thor.
Oh, you
And
froze
I had to
your
keep walking past them because they kind of creep me out when they come to the edge of the tank. But after watching Danger Noodle a bit, you kind of get a little bit more used to them.
Doggies.
Thor's like, look at me, I'm pretty.
Oh, you keep freezing.
I am.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so annoying.
Because there's the doggy. Oh, that's a great shot of the doggy.
Thor.
Oh.
Oh, he can't hear you. Got your buds on.
Yeah.
Oh, he can hear.
Oh.
He's like, what? What?
They're the best.
And Melvin is aquascaping some tanks.
Why is this?
We hear you.
Yep.
I was on the phone last night and my phone kept messing up. And then when I would call back, it would even, you know how you hear it ringing? It would even do that. It would just like 30 seconds or so and it would just drop off. I had to keep waiting for him to call me back. It's like, couldn't do anything about it. I don't know what happened. But we did have a little thunder and
Yeah.
that was it. And some rain
It's
last
weird
night,
because
it wasn't bad.
Sometimes storms can actually increase. I mean, not so much storms, but heavy clouds can actually increase different types of signals like that. Cell signals and radio signals and things. When you have the storms, because the clouds act as a top, and they sort of the waves will bounce off of the clouds.
Oh.
So sometimes clouds can increase things like that too. It just depends on. I honestly don't know if that works for cell. That might just be the old analog signals, but like ham radio people, they can pick up a lot farther if they have a storm around their area.
I remember back in the day when everybody had CBs. That was fun.
Oh yeah, yep. My dad owned a CB shop. He would fix CBs and stuff. It was right across the street from our house. So it was before first grade. So, 60s. I would spend a lot of time in there.
Mm-hmm.
I even had, what was my call sign? Oh, I was not the, oh God, what's his name? The fighting ace.
I love shrimp.
World War One, Red
Baron.
Red Baron. I was the Blue Baron because I guess I had a crush on some woman who was the Red Baron. She was the Red Baron, and so I don't remember it. That's just what my parents would tell me. So yeah, I was the Blue Baron because she was my girlfriend, supposedly, and I mean this was a full-grown woman, and I was like 5. But
Hey.
I thought she was my girlfriend.
You had aspirations.
Oh yeah, I always liked the ladies.
And some boys are like that. My little brother, he wasn't even in school yet, but he used to take the Sears catalog. Back then, you used to get a Sears catalog.
Yeah.
One for the spring, summer, then the other for fall. And he would open it to the bra section, and he would go like this. And my mama would beat the heck out of him. But yeah, he was so obvious that he was trying not to get caught to do all that first. He was like 5. Maybe he just wanted a milk snack.
He knew. What were you saying, Jerry? You can't drive?
No, I was answering Sharpie's question. I believe I said survive, but I meant to say multiply. As long as the temperature is not in the 50s or 90s.
Where is his question? Oh, there we go. Okay. Yep, I got it.
Yeah.
Well,
I think they'll multiply.
Rico asked me a question a while ago, and now that you're here, let me ask you. What is the difference between cherry shrimp and like the red ones that I'm getting? What's the difference?
Just a
the
deeper
difference is
color.
Cherry shrimp are like your baseline shrimp. That's where all the other Neos come from, is from the cherry shrimp. So they are very opaque, and you can kind of see through them with a little bit of red spots, kind of like a wild shrimp has the brown spots to it. A cherry shrimp will kind of have that with the red look to it because they're trying to camouflage. But they've been bred to
Ooh.
have these certain colors, with all the genetics, like the stuff that Grant knows, all of the specific genetics of what to cross with what in order to make a different color after so many generations. So all of the other ones are just variants from a cherry shrimp, basically. So
Well,
you have ones that are dark red, some that are dark red with the stripe on the back or the backline stripe. You have some that are kind of like a hot fire red, so they have the Masura reds, the fire reds, the cherry shrimp, other whatever names they can come up with for different red colors. And then of course all the blues and yellows and oranges and stuff like that. So
okay.
There you
cherry
go.
shrimp are just probably the most hardy because they're the foundation, and you can get millions of them and they're not going to look all that great, but they're shrimp.
I think
So
mine
they're the
look beautiful.
working stock.
I think mine look beautiful. They're deep red. Just they look great, especially the ones in that tank. They're with Pseudomagills and bumblebee gobies. There's some
Oh,
bumblebee
wow.
gobies in there, and they're
Nice.
still thriving. I still see babies. So the
Yeah,
bumblebee
yeah.
gobies,
I mean,
I'm thinking they picked some off, but not enough.
yeah, and that's kind of the thing. If you're just a hobbyist, you got several tanks and you want a community tank, shrimp will do fine.
Yeah.
They're not going to get all picked off and you have no shrimp unless you have some very aggressive cichlids, or don't put them in with cichlids.
Or puffers.
Right.
Puffers will
Stuff
take
like
care of
that.
them.
But for the
Yeah.
most part, in every tank that I've had shrimp and fish, I don't see a problem. Now, I don't
Yeah.
do any breeding. I don't intentionally do breeding in community tanks.
It
But
still
it
works. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
yeah.
still
Big time. I mean, that's
Ooh.
how all of mine are. All of mine are community tanks, and all of them are breeding just great. I mean, I have tons and tons of cherry shrimp, just tons, and it's all from one order that I got from Aquahuna like a year and a half ago. Um, I put them in with the guppies, and then they just went crazy, and so I started taking some out and putting them in other tanks, and now I've got them in all the tanks, just about. I never put any in this one. I just figured they would get picked off pretty quick because there's some bottom feeders and stuff in there that I thought would affect them. So that's the only tank I didn't put them in, but they're in every other tank, all from that one order. I mean, and there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them.
I remember going to the fish store when I first got into it, and they were like, "Oh, you can't put those and those with shrimp." And I was like, "Oh no. Well, then I guess I won't put them in with my shrimp." And I put them in with my shrimp when I got home. And then next thing you know, I had hundreds of shrimp. So
Yeah.
it didn't affect it in any way. So I've never really been scared about doing that. In fact, like I said before on my streams, I'll take fry guppies and stuff and I'll put them in a shrimp tank to help if I get too many seed shrimp or stuff like that I don't want that many critters floating around in my water. I'll put the fish in there and let them grow up on that. It's
I have
cheaper
just
than
got
brine
brave enough to
shrimp.
put fish in mine, CPDs,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
of the little critters.
Yeah. And it works out great. And that's why I like clown killifish, because they're a nano fish, and for the most part I don't see any issues between my fish and my shrimp. So
Yeah.
that's
Now,
a good companion
I-
to the Caradinas is the clown killifish.
I did see some savages yesterday.
Savages.
Apparently one of my CPDs died. And they had it, the shrimp had it on the bottom of the substrate
Yep.
all over it. I've never seen that before. And
Yep.
so I said, well, I need to get that out. So when I come back, I can't find it. They have drug it somewhere. And
Yep.
by the time I found it again, it was just basically like a fish bone when you go get a plate at a
How
restaurant.
the hell did you even see that? If it's a CPD already, they're so small. Your eyes are
Well,
better than mine.
Well, that's because I was right like up in the glass
Yeah,
because I
still-
couldn't find it.
I'd have to wear those, those jewelers, the jewelers loop, or like
We do, yeah, we use
Degenerate
some of
has
those.
those. Degenerate has those the kind that are actually like this, and he was using them to solder something to magnify.
Am I still frozen?
No,
No.
you are not. It looks good. It's nice and crisp and clear. And
Do y'all wanna-
your shoulder looks very nice today, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Do y'all want to play a game of I Spy?
Oh no.
Sure.
I just talked about how bad my eyes are, and you're going to do this.
Yeah, I am. So here's one Farlowella catfish down there.
Wait, before you get too far, Brooklyn, can I say something real quick? Because it's 10 o'clock and we need to do our mid-morning.
Oh, yeah, mid-morning.
Let's do the mid-morning first and then come back to it.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't have access to her mid-morning stuff.
Will.
You don't?
Oh, well,
No.
How about we just all sing something?
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
I do have
99
access
bottles
to
of beer on the wall.
99 bottles of beer. Take one down, take it around. 98 bottles of beer. Let's see. She does have a song, I think, up in here.
I'm just saying that because I need to go get coffee. So I'm going to go get coffee.
Well, you go get your coffee. Here we go. Let me see. Let's see if
It's a live ever mosh pit. So watch it, don't knock it, drop and fry every day, ain't gon' stop it. People saying hey and whoa and take it slow, it's out of control, but they don't know I got a mother loving biome. Nature! So leave it alone, they're doing fine in a happy home. Making babies with their fathers and mothers and sisters and brothers is kinda gross, but you know that's the way it goes. Now I'm in the midst of a colony blitz. It all started with a batch of fry. The mama died, but the baby survived and grew up and thrived. Then the guppies kicked the breeding into overdrive. What was accidental and incremental blew up into an exponential and totally mental experimental hit. And the fish police threw a fit. I guess they just couldn't handle my live bearer mosh pit. Best not front on me about this company, 'cause you can't spell guppy without that one and only G. You might think from this rhyme that I'm mucking up guppy lines. Ain't got no crooked spines or time to hear you whine. Stop the fish police! I'm making hybrids I desire to acquire and combine entire lines designed to inspire and surprise and advertise the rise of my monkey fighting live bearer empire. You looking all distraught, you think it's overstocked, but you got no shot to sway me, you're an afterthought. Yeah, I got guppies getting blitzed on duckweed. Had enough of these, well they don't stop and neither do we. You might call it a challenge, it's a foot per gallon. Your rationale is sound, but it's a little unfounded, 'cause I'm gonna be crowned as the best flippin' mud guppy breeder around on this earth. And my mutts, I assert, are gonna make you a convert to a chaotic tank that doesn't take much effort or the hand of an expert. Look, all I did was rap and 5 guppies just gave birth. Best not front on me about this company, 'cause you can't spell guppy without that one and only G. You might think from this rhyme that I'm mucking up guppy lines. Ain't got no crooked spines or time to hear you whine, 'cause you best not front on me about this company, 'cause you can't spell guppy without that one and only G. If you wanna do like I do, fertilize the plants with fish food. Don't fret about being overrun, just chill and have some fun. I got the new genetics for the color theoretics, a different aesthetic. It's cosmetic and frenetic. If you don't get it, I do. I got a vision, it's eidetic. And your derision, well, it's really quite pathetic. Uh-oh. Now you see a bunch of fatties, they're looking fatty. You think it's fatty, and the plants are overgrown, getting kinda ratty. It's alright, little laddie. Just look me in the eye and tell me who's your daddy. Best not front on me about this company, 'cause you can't spell guppy without that one and only G. You might think from this rhyme that I'm mucking up guppy lines. Ain't got no crooked spines or time to hear you whine, 'cause you best not front on me about this company, 'cause you can't spell guppy without that one fudge about some algae? What, you afraid of shiznit getting too natural up in this biznatch? Good sir, dispose of your TDS meter, for it measures organic and inorganic solids, and it's more beneficial to learn the chemistry of your water. Thank you very much. If you wanna do like I do, fertilize plants with fish poo, don't fret about being overrun, just chill and have some fun.
I love that song. Can't help it.
Me too.
Hey, real quick before we jump into the I Spy,
Yeah.
Bex is making some very incredible artwork to take to the Keystone Clash. She's actually a vendor at that event, so she'll be selling a lot of her artwork, and she's looking for a little bit of help. She has, if you go look at her community tab, she has a post asking for some photographs and stuff of different fish, and she will definitely credit the photographer and everything, but she could use some help. I know a lot of people have already given her pictures, but maybe one of the mods even could drop her link and people could take a look at that community tab and help her out, and maybe your photograph will be turned into a piece of art that will live forever.
Oh, that's
good
cool.
idea. I did hear her talking about that,
Mhm.
or maybe not hear her, but saw it. I hear that in my head. I hear people's voices when I read their stuff. But I thought about, I do have some dojo loaches, and they were talking about dojo, golden dojo loaches. So it's like, well, maybe I need to get out there and try to get me a good picture.
I saw one of the piece of art that she did, and it was I mean, we've all seen a lot of her art, really, but well, most of us have, I believe, just from the Vinay auctions and everything else. But this was amazing. It's just beautiful. So
Yeah, they are stunning, all of them.
I'm excited to get a chance to buy some of the original artwork and the prints, but she could use some help, though. All right, sorry, didn't want to do a quick commercial there for Bex.
Good.
Ouch.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, was that coffee falling?
No, it was just my
Oh
tweezers.
crap!
Okay.
Dang it.
All right, what are we playing I Spy?
Well, he has moved, but it still may work. So it's a Farlowella catfish. There's one there
Yeah,
on the glass,
yeah.
I want some of those.
and there's another one, but he has moved. He's changed positions.
But he's still someplace where we can see.
Yes.
Hmm.
Hmm. Hmm. And they look like twigs anyways.
Mm-hmm. That's the other name, twig catfish.
Oh, I
Is
see
that
it.
him? Is that
you
him
see it?
above the heater?
The orange one. No, the orange, that one just swam underneath him just a minute ago. I see his tail sticking down there. He's
Right
right
here?
almost yep.
Yep.
There's his tail. Yep. See, he just
Oh,
moved.
yeah,
There he is.
But
I
he
see it, yep.
was. See, there he is on the top.
It's a good
Can y'all
size.
see him?
Look at you, Rico, with the good eyes.
Look at that. I used up my eye for the day. I won't be able to see anything the rest of the day.
Let me poke you in the
Aw.
eye now and take you out so we stand a chance.
They are some really cool little catfish. Y'all should get some.
Ever since I've seen those, I want some of those.
They're very. I mean, they were just $12.
I'm
They're not
getting
that.
any- Go ahead.
Well, you don't see them on a lot of sites. Though.
That's danger noodle all in here.
I'm not getting any new fish for a while. Well, I am going to get something for one of the ponds, or for the tub, but that's it. I'm downsizing.
I'm not good at controlling reflections.
Oh,
There's
it's
danger
so
noodle.
hard. Yeah, it's difficult. Yeah, it's so hard to do.
It's a beautiful
I'm bad at
angelfish, though.
His fin is clamped, I think, and that's weird. He wasn't doing that before. We've had him for a long time, but his door. And when that see now it's not, but he's had it like
What's
clamped.
He's right on camera.
Yeah,
He's playing tricks with you, like ha.
yeah.
Now, what is this orange fish right here? What is that?
These They're rosy barbs.
Oh, they're pretty.
And these are the females.
Okay.
They're like gold. And then the males have it's like a coral kind of color.
That's nice. Now, I just love the way you have all of his plants clumped together and then you have blank space.
Yeah,
I
I was going to put this
I
on that
spread my
side.
stuff all over.
Well, this lily was going to go here, but then I thought about it and I figured it'd be a pain to do the maintenance on that intake.
Mhm.
So Stephen was saying I should just put a big crypt right there. So I'll probably put some sort of crypt in that open spot there.
I think it's good the way it is. If the carpet does come in, I think it'll look perfect without anything over there.
Yeah, I
like
really
it,
hope
like
it does.
Steven said. I do that with my my Bosmani tank. Once I have it like that. One side has a bunch of stuff, and the other side's just open, since they really need that room to swim.
Right. Yeah, I wanted to be able to see them.
Well, it has inspired me watching y'all do these things to try to actually plan out some of my scape a little bit instead of just, oh, I've got this plant, where can I stick it?
Yeah,
And that's what I do.
I have
what
no.
I do.
Yeah, I have no
If I
plan. None. I never will. I just put stuff in there, and I don't pay attention to foreground, midground, background. I just put whatever I feel looks good in there. That's where it goes, and that's it. I don't have any plan. I don't follow any of the rules or do anything.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that. I'm okay
And
with it.
see, technically most of these plants are they're considered mid-ground plants. Most of these. Not all of them. And I'm best at mid-ground. I'm terrible at background. That's what I'm worst at.
I put them wherever. I'll put a jungle vowel right in the very front. You know, it doesn't matter.
Me too.
You know,
If I like it, I want to see it.
well, and partially I do it because I know you're supposed to create that illusion of distance sometimes or whatever, but
Mhm.
I like it because I feel like it gives the fish, like I have in both this tank and this tank, there's floating driftwood. You know, it's been in there for, it will never sink, and I love it. I absolutely love it. I
Yeah,
just feel
I've
like
seen
it
that.
makes,
I
feel
saw
like
your
it-
video on that. It's neat. It's really natural. Rico, I liked that.
There's like a big truck going down this access road here where they don't fit. I mean, it's a little dirt.
Half.
He's like half of my lawn over here.
They're fighting.
Here he's coming back up because he realized he doesn't fit. I don't even know why he's going down there. I don't know if you can hear his backup.
Yeah. Beep,
Yeah.
beep.
If it don't fit, don't force it.
Well,
That's what she said.
Sorry, Jeff. You're not here to stop us.
I know. Morning
Not
show.
anymore.
Morning show.
No, she's rolling over in her bed.
She's like, I'm gonna get her later. Sorry.
I like it. I like the fish
You wanna
to
say
feel
hello?
comfortable. You know, that's the
Yeah. My
thing. So I'm
fish
not
aren't
looking
shy.
for. I'm not looking for it to look the best for me. I just
Yeah.
want the tank to be functional and easy to maintain, but also make the fish as comfortable as possible. And how do you know they're comfortable? You don't know, but just giving them plenty of places to hide.
I would assume mine are comfortable because they're all in my business every time I'm trying to get in the tank.
Yeah.
They're just not, I've had them for years. And those tetras came from Stevens, and he never ever saw them. They were just these, I forget what they're called. I think he called them rosy tetras, but they never would come out. But they're always visible here.
Uh-oh.
Wrong button.
He was messing with stuff.
It was like, wow, blammo, there's Papa Shrimp.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it.
I don't like your face either.
Oh no.
You can say hello.
That's all I was
Huh?
saying, but yeah, that works.
You can come say hello. Okay.
Yeah, every time I touch anything, it knocks my cameras off and my speaker. I wanted
Stop
to show
touching
y'all
things.
my
What fish?
You muted yourself, Dee Dee.
You want to grab
Can
your
you
fish?
hear us? You're muted.
Go for it. I'll move it.
There you go. Okay.
But
You're not
oh,
you're
oh,
not in frame anymore.
it switched cameras on me. Let me see what I got to do here. Let's see.
I'm Melvin. Sharpie.
I finally got this Vallisneria that if I could be a 2-inch mermaid, this is where I would live. And it looks very dark in the room, but it doesn't look very dark right here. But it's taking me forever to get Vallisneria. But look at all them stems down there.
It doesn't grow well for you normally, you said? It just takes
Normally it would not grow. It would just melt away and be gone. But it's not only grow, it's coming this way.
Yeah.
So apparently I have done something which I know what it is.
Hey, how you doing? It's shocking sometimes. You're like, good God, what the hell is that?
And what I've got an old I only got 1 or 2 USB things on this laptop, so I've got one of those.
You see them?
You stick them in a whole bunch of USBs in this one little port thing.
Yeah.
And it's old. I've had it for 25 years probably.
Gotcha.
But it's like,
you should
I
get
need
a new
this.
one. Because there's probably
like,
I mean, you can get
watch
a
out.
3.0. That one's probably 2 or even less, and it'll help. They're not very expensive. I've got one here that I think was $10.
It didn't require me. I'm almost like Stephen P. If it's not a fish store, I don't want to go anywhere.
Amazon.
They don't sell them at the LFS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll send you the link to the one I got off Amazon. What are we doing, Brooklyn?
Brogan was playing with Danger Noodle, like Danger Noodle was swimming through his fingers and stuff, and then the Rosie Barbs decided to peck at his arm, like up by his elbow, and he freaked out.
Did he squeak?
No, he just jumped and hit the light because he jerked his arm out of the tank real fast.
Oh yeah, I have cut that valve off. I have cut like 3 feet off the top where it just grows and circles around.
The valve is good for me. That's one. You know, there's not a ton of plants that do really well for me because of how hard my water is, but valve is one of them that does really well. I have some in this little 5-gallon tank, and I'm constantly doing the same thing. I'll cut off 3 foot of it, and it's a little 5-gallon. You know, I have to constantly trim it up.
Yeah, it would just kind of melt off at the sand line. And maybe I was planting it too deep. Because I did learn that too, because and that was probably as much as anything, I was putting it too deep under there. And now that I leave just a little bit of the roots where I can barely see them above the soil, it's doing better for me.
Oh, Sharpie had a good point there. Dwarf Sag and Val do engage in chemical warfare. Usually the Sag wins. And I think in my tanks it's the other way around. The Val always won, but there could have been more to that too. Brother Dan just came in. What's up, Brother Dan?
Buenos dias. Yeah, I meant to ask yesterday and I forgot.
The hard way though, and you put your plants together, like at the shop. That's the hard part about when you get plants in that you're selling, like at the shop, because you have to keep in mind which plants play nice with each other when you put them in a tank and try to keep them going. So that exact thing happened to me last week. We got in some new plants. I've got some dwarf Sagittaria potted, and I put it in a temporary aquarium, and the Italian Val that was growing so nicely, by the time I came back over the weekend, it had melted. Crazy the way it works.
Yeah, it's been hard. I've wasted a lot of money on plants, but I'm finally learning some things.
Well, that tank looks great.
I've got to cut. I think I've got to do some trimming, and I've never trimmed I've never had anything live long enough to trim it. Yes, I think this is one of those I'm probably going to knock myself off again. Oh, it has gone back to the other camera. Back on it.
He's not gonna. He doesn't bite.
See this? I think I'm supposed to trim this because I think it's something I'm supposed to trim.
What is that? Is that a dwarf size there? What is? I can't.
I think it is. I think that's
Yeah.
what it is. And I don't know. I can't remember what this is.
That looks.
Am I supposed to trim this stuff?
Put yourself back on the large
Yeah.
one if you would.
Yeah,
So we
yeah.
can see.
Oh, okay.
All you got is me and Jerry squinting at the screen.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm trying to see.
Like that. See?
Rico.
I mean, that's totally what you had. I was just like, Dee Dee, you set me up.
Careful with those.
You're muted,
branches.
Dee Dee. You're having all kinds of problems today. Okay, so we're back on that one.
Okay.
All right, what do we
right.
look at? So we got that one in the corner,
All right.
and
This
then
stuff right here. This stuff.
I don't know what that is.
Kind of looks like Reppins, but not.
I have bought some Reppins. And that's the thing. I can't remember what the plants are once I stick them in here.
It's got almost like an Elodia type look too. Almost.
So, but it's really growing. And I'm probably going to knock myself off again. Oh, look at that Cleathon snail. Like Kelly said, they eat the algae.
Pearlweed? I didn't think that was pearlweed.
The
pearlweed.
Stephen might have
He's
sent
looking
me
at
some
the-
pearlweed.
But you're looking at the thicker stuff right there.
Right
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, the stand that goes up a little bit. Yeah, right there. Okay. Yeah, I didn't think
And
that's
it's,
not.
and it's spreading. It's spreading around. But yeah, they will eat the algae just like she said. As I watched them clean some rocks off, all these rocks had that black algae on them yesterday, and you see they've gotten most of that. So, lo and behold. Oh, I managed to put it back without knocking myself off.
Very good.
But I will go get one of those things as it's getting aggravating now. If I just bump anything on this whole setup, it does this. And I have a roving desktop. I've got zip ties holding my TV tray to a platform on a dolly.
If it works.
And I can just grab the line. Of course, I always forget to bring the ring light and I knock it over. This is a very tough ring light because it has been on the floor like 42,000 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, Greg, it is hard to tell which one I'm talking about.
I bought these little lights. They're little USB ones.
Mm-hmm.
It was like $35 for the pair of them. You know, not expensive at all. It's got these cheap filters. You can put different filters and those. I like them. I like them better than the ring lights.
Well, I like to take the ring light and make it with the yellow light instead of the bright white.
Bright white.
Hey, my son wants to tell y'all something, so hang on a second.
Kenny?
Hi, Kenny.
All right, guys. Me and my mom are about to have a Star Wars marathon.
A Star
Nice.
Wars marathon? Wow. Who do you think is going to win?
Me?
You have an advantage, an unfair advantage.
Yes.
Mhm.
Nice.
So how is it that you got an unfair advantage? What do you know that she don't know?
I know a lot more because she always has to ask questions during movies.
Oh, and you can figure it out.
You already know it.
That's right.
Tell her,
Yeah.
Well, that's
pay
pretty
attention,
cool.
Mom.
Yeah, Brooklyn, you can learn a few things. But a kid could definitely beat me on any games like that.
All right. Well, he wants to continue the Star Wars marathon. We started yesterday.
He sounds a lot like you.
Yeah,
He
he
does.
looks a lot like me too. If you look at our baby pictures, it's like
Oh,
I just had
yeah.
longer hair.
That is my. I saw a picture of my mother-in-law holding my wife when she was a baby, and I was like, I don't remember when you had black hair. They looked identical, and then my daughter also looks identical to my wife as well. There's all three of them, and they even sound. I can't tell when I call on the phone. I don't know who's talking. If
That's
you know
funny.
if they're all three there, I have no idea who it is that I'm talking to. They sound identical.
My
It's not
mom
funny.
and my
It's not
aunt
funny. It's
and
hurtful.
I are like that.
I could say something
Apparently.
really, I could say something to my wife and then find out it's my mother-in-law, and that's just not, the kind of
Yeah.
things I
Oh.
say to my wife is not really
Yeah.
appropriate for my mother-in-law or my daughter to hear.
Yeah. Yeah, I
It's
can
very
see how that
Especially
would
if
be
your
a
mother,
problem.
It is.
especially
It
if your
is a problem.
mother-in-law says, "Well, come on over."
Sweetie, did we
That's
have
just gross. That's just gross.
have-
Why did you?
did
I'm
we have a
sorry.
link today for a short?
Yes.
There was, yeah, Lori got it. I see it up there.
Okay, I
Yep.
was just checking.
At 24 minutes past the top of the hour, she
And
posted.
do we have fishery or do you not have access?
I don't have access to it, so, but I do have this.
But I do have
Share
this.
this. I do have some magic tricks.
All right.
It's not a new magic trick, but it's what I got.
So that's 600. So we're gonna do 800. $20.
Yeehaw! And there you go.
Awesome.
And something's going to start where cut that one off, and then you forget to go back and hit pause, and then you start hearing other people talking. It's kind of weird.
I hear like a slight whistle.
Stop it, Bergen.
You see the finger of a mother.
Do you hear that? You heard that? Slight
I
whistle?
heard whistles, not what you put in the private chat.
Yeah, well, that's occurring as well.
Okay.
So I'm going to hop off here.
Okay.
Oh,
That's the Star Wars marathon.
I'll be lurking.
Bye, Brogan.
They said bye.
let us
Bye.
know who wins.
All right, bye.
Yes, Eduardo, I am weird. And I love it. Oh, let's see. This pack of bowl is ending on June 4th, I do believe.
Yes.
So
Yes, that's
let me see
correct.
if I can share that real quick. Watch that. And I'm sure Jason don't mind because we've shown it before.
Oh no, he'd love it.
That's what it is. Fish fam. Promoting fish fam.
Yeah, and that's wrong. It doesn't end May 31st. It was updated to June 4th.
So you
It
still have
says-
time, people.
It says the livestock needs must be, or the requirements must be met. Well, what are those requirements?
Depends on what the livestock is. So you just can't put like an Oscar in a little 5-gallon bowl or something. Is what he's saying. You know, along those lines. He's just whatever you put into that container, it has to be able to really, it has to be able to live in that container without hurting the livestock.
Right. No, gotcha.
If it needs a heater, it's got to have a heater. Can't just throw it in there and make it miserable.
So hint, everybody, do shrimp tanks. No heater needed. No filtration needed. You could put a bowl in there with some sticks and plants, and that's all you need.
And I wish I hadn't already done my cylinder with the red pandas,
Right.
PRLs, whatever, because that would have been a good bowl to use for that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not about to move them to rearrange nothing to make it all new again. Not about to. They're happy. They're doing good. I will not touch them.
Yeah, because you're not allowed to use something that's been around for a long time. It has to be a new creation.
Well, it's only a couple months old, but still, it was before the thing came out, so that wouldn't be fair.
I'm not doing it just because I don't do things.
Awesome, Nano Aquarium guy.
That's all, you know.
Yeah, Fishymon. We can put Fishymon in the brandy snifter. Nano Aquarium guy says that's where your orange shrimp are going, Papa.
Yeah, I just saw that.
And my new bowl is waiting for. I have 2 new bowls that's waiting for my stock. So when those reds get here, they go in one, and when I'm getting some 24 karat gold from Lady Diane, they go in the other one. So I won't get hers before the contest ends. But the other one, so I will have to grab another shrimp out of one of my established bowls and put in, or either split that batch up. But it's hard to catch a little shrimp in a planted tank.
Yes.
In a little teeny planted tank.
I just
maybe that brings to light why I scape my tanks the way I do now, because I've learned from situations like that. I mean, I love scaping a tank. I really do.
Yeah.
But I've kind of formed that into being able to scape a tank that's appropriate for what I'm doing with it. In other words, if I'm sticking a net in there, I'm not going to have it so compacted that it's impossible to catch shrimp.
Yeah. I just drop a little, like lately. I mean, this is one of the things I feed them, the Sarah shrimp food. I drop a few of those in there, wait for a little bit, and they all just glom onto it, and then I can scoop up.
Yeah, that's what I do too. Well, if I'm emptying out a tank like I have been, I'll put a little piece of food and then just catch them as they come up to the food.
Yeah.
I don't want them to eat a bunch of food and then I put them in a bag. Of course, I'm only going an hour away.
Yeah. Oh, not to change the subject, but I'm going to change the subject.
Okay.
We got some birthdays coming up tomorrow.
Ooh. 2
of them tomorrow. I believe Jenny Lynn, and Degenerate both have birthdays tomorrow.
Well, they didn't tell me.
It's on fishfam.link on the calendar. On the same calendar you look for the live streams. It's on that same calendar. Yeah. And And then we got
Screw you, Eduardo.
we got skippers coming up too.
And today is Craig Broderick's.
I did not
if
know
anybody
that one.
sees him in a chat today. I saw it
It's
on
not on it.
Facebook. But if somebody will let me know in advance, I can work it in the live stream lineups. But I can't do it if it don't pop up until that day of.
Yeah.
And see, and I have to do my video for Tuesday, Wednesday on Monday night. So I don't have time to always get them. So I have to do happy belated birthdays, which that's okay too. It's still your birthday.
Yeah.
You will have a good one, or maybe you had a good one. It doesn't matter. If it was good, it was good. Yeah, that's the way I like to think. But yes, fishfam.link. Hey, I use it every single day. In fact, my husband had me order him a shirt yesterday with fishfam.link on it because I won't shut up about it. So I sponsored a shirt for Jess last week, so I had to order that one. And while I had it open, I said, "Do you like any of these?" He's like, "Well, what are they?" And I told him. He said, "Yeah." He says, "Yeah, that's part of the stuff that you're part of, right?" I said, "Yeah." So he had me ordering one. But he wears Dee Dee's Fendi in everywhere we go. It's like, it's kind of weird too. It'd be like your wife wearing your shirt, your face on a shirt everywhere she goes.
He does. Not everywhere, but she does once in a while. What's funny, last year, Bruiser, CB, and he looks, we look a little bit alike. I think he's a little bit taller than me and he's thinner, but otherwise he's got the beard, he's got the long hair, and he was wearing my shirt at the Keystone Clash with Jenny, and everybody, or no, she was wearing the shirt, and everybody was asking her if it was him, because it did. It looked like him. we look a little bit alike.
Well, I swear that funny picture that you had for a while, I would have sworn it was Stephen P. and you messing around, because y'all were back and forth with each other's channels. It looked just like Stephen P. to me.
Yeah,
the one where you pretended your finger by your nose.
With they had the eyes taped onto the safety glasses, so it looked all googly eyes. Hey, you guys need to stop that. What's going on in the chat? That's no, that's not. It's an appropriate place for that. Let's take that out of here.
I don't know what's going on.
I don't know what's going on, but this is the wrong place for it. Don't be doing any of that kind of stuff in the chat.
And I believe Dr. Awesome is here.
All of that kind of stuff needs to be happening between people and not out in the open on the chats.
Yeah, that's not.
Whatever's going on.
Work it out amongst yourselves. And good morning, Jimmy P. I sent him some plants, and with the temperature spike and the fact that it took them 5 or 6 days to get to him,
Rocco.
I put them in one of those foil bags like Papa Shrimp uses to send shrimp in. And he said that was probably the only thing that saved the plants was because of having them in that bag. But Papa Shrimp has took off on me again. Yes, absolutely. I reuse them. And I reuse everything. I've learned how to switch the boxes inside outwards so they don't have any other, pre-postal stamps and swipes and scrapes and that kind of stuff. But Jerry, you are the month-end sponsor, so
yes,
you have anything you'd like to share with us on that? And good morning, Myrtle and Rocco.
Well, of course, you're doing the shirt and the cup that I'm sponsoring for the winner of the end of the month drawing.
Okay.
And it's going to be a $75 gift certificate to someplace that I haven't decided yet.
Oh.
Also, a Jadron Aquatics t-shirt.
Oh.
So
nice.
Those are all of the goodies that so far. And there might be some other things I'm trying to figure out, especially now that I'm moving stuff. I might have some straggler cold shrimp or stuff, or maybe some plants or mosses that I might have available,
No promises.
No promises. It just you never know. I mean, I have 30 some odd tanks here, so I'm bound to find some goodies that I can give away in this process.
Gotcha.
I'll tell you what, you hooked me up in the last box.
I'm glad you
And,
liked it.
The big piece of wood is in the scape bowl, one of the scape bowls.
Awesome.
And of course, the plant is too. I think it's in the other one, but I haven't used the cholla wood. I've got that down in there marinating with some
Marinating
stuffs.
is.
Yeah. So when I
usually marinate my cholla for about a week.
yep, and that's what I'm doing. I don't really have a tank for it, but now that I didn't realize I could put neocaridina shrimp in with community fish parameters. I just didn't realize it. I don't know where I've been all this time, but that part of the brain was never unlocked until today. So I am gonna start getting me a few more little other ones.
It was like I said, when I first started, I heard them at the pet store tell me, you can't put these in there with those shrimp. You can't do this, you can't do that. And I was kind of like, yeah, whatever. And I did it my way, and I never had any issues. So kind of ignorance, I guess, helped me do it wrong and be comfortable with it.
Yeah. Plus, as we always say, we know there is not one right way to do things. Yet certain things work for certain people, they don't work for others. So it's always
Right.
worth it to try something and just keep an eye on things, right? If it doesn't work, then
Now, I do admit that sometimes I'll hear somebody say, well, you just can't do this. And I'll go, oh, yeah, let's try. And then I try it. And either I fail and go, oh, okay, that's why. Or
Yeah.
I go, see, you can do that if you, cheat.
yeah. there's so many variables.
Well, just because it don't work for you, don't mean it won't work for Rico.
Yeah.
Awesome, Brooklyn.
Myrtle is doing finals. He's off to exam.
Cool.
And Dr. Awesome came in, and Dee Dee did say hi to Dr. Awesome earlier. He said we were ignoring him, but you said hi to him.
He's old and can't really hear sometimes.
Huh?
That's true.
Sorry, Doc. I still love you, but truth.
Turn your hearing aid up.
Yeah. Well, he might have had his wig over his ears. I don't know.
Yeah.
blocking the sounds.
He does have a nice wig.
Well, yeah,
Maybe
it's
the goldfish
very
hat.
spiffy. Oh, speaking of wigs, I ordered me a wig yesterday.
Yeah? What for?
Yeah.
Can you tell us?
Just because. Like, if you're not YouTube ready, you can get YouTube ready in a few minutes. I mean, I don't worry about all this. 2 seconds worth of makeup is all I got. So, but if your hair is really jacked up, that can make a difference. It's like
My hair is
man,
always really jacked up. I mean,
there's nothing
I got out
you
of
can
bed
do.
and even
I
brushed
mean,
my
I
hair.
even
this
wore-
morning.
I wore this one day to kind of hide it, but sometimes it's even worse than that. So it's like, I
it's
just got me
different.
a little wig. I can slide it on and
Yeah.
go.
It's
I
different
didn't want to
for
bring out the Penelope wig because that makes me go into character.
it's different for men and women. We don't I mean, like I said, I got up. I didn't even brush my hair or anything. I just saw you were alone, so this is it. This is me waking up.
Well, your hair looks fabulous. If you didn't brush it,
This is out of bed. This is right out of bed.
looks really good.
Uh-huh.
I had to put mine in a ponytail because my out of bed hair was all over the place.
That's
You
just
have
because
thick hair?
it's in and out so much, that it's going away. It won't be too
My
much. longer.
forehead is growing.
Yes, mine too.
I'm not losing hair.
Oh,
My
you're
forehead
getting
is growing.
smarter. You're getting smarter. That's what it is.
I keep on seeing. I was like, wow, it's going further and further back.
Yeah.
Now, if your forehead is growing and your arms are lengthening, you might be turning back into a caveman.
Jerry, let me ask you this. Is there a point where it gets too far back that you're going to shave it, or will you always have fringe, or what do you think?
Trust me, that's come across my mind here recently, and I've gone both ways, both extremes.
Oh,
So that's usually how I keep my hair, and I think it's probably going to come to a point to where I'll probably just shave it all off again. Number
See, I
two,
did-
all the way around.
I did that. I did shave it. When I retired from work, I shaved my head and my beard. And as soon as I shaved my head, I was like, nope, that was wrong. That was wrong. That was a mistake. A huge
I mean,
mistake.
this is my fourth time of growing my hair out long. You know, I did it when I was young, and then I went to the Army, and then I grew it out again and played in bands, and then I shaved it off, went into the corporate world, and then I grew it back out, and then I shaved it off again. So this is my fourth attempt at having long hair. Trust me, I enjoy it, but at the same time, it's kind of one of those things. I enjoy not messing with it too.
See, I don't mess with it. I take a shower, wash my hair. Brush it. That's the extent of it. There's no messing with it.
Oh, I have to. It gets big if I don't.
Yeah, mine used to, but I think it's thinned out enough from
Well, yeah, it's starting to thin out enough to where I don't have to mess with it as much.
Yeah.
Of course,
All right, we need to stop.
You had the great time though in the '80s with the band, with the big hair.
Oh,
right?
Man.
Yeah, I paid to have that stuff put in my hair.
Always wear a hat.
I know, but that's why I don't wear a hat, because I'm afraid it's going to help my forehead grow even faster.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I used to wear hats.
Some people say that does, and some people say it doesn't. I don't know.
I believe it does, though, because it's the extra rubbing on there. It's not as much airflow. I mean, just everything. I believe it. The
only reason I believe that it's true is because I've worn tube socks my whole life, and from about upper ankle down, there is no hair anymore. It's been rubbed off by my tube socks.
Well, maybe I need to get me some knee highs again. So I don't have to shave my legs. Look, the other day when I went and got my pedicure, I actually shaved the hair off instead of braiding it.
Well, it looks like I'm wearing socks, but I'm not. I'll just say that. It looks like there's socks on down there, but
you have hairy toe knuckles.
That's just hair. I'm a hairy person.
Now, my cousin, bless her heart, she had really super long blacky brown hair, but her little old skinny arms, she only weighed about 80 pounds, the tiniest thing I ever seen. But her arms were so hairy, and she had that dark hair. And she was not like Greek or anything, but you would have thought so. She had so much hair, and she was always so embarrassed. She wanted to shave her arms, and her mom like, "You're not shaving your arms." But I bet you she did after she moved out.
You don't normally see, because the blonde hair doesn't show up as much. But when I was in high school, one of my best friends, his name was Lorne Kirking, and his nickname was the Vanilla Gorilla because he was so hairy, but it was blonde. The hair on his arms was just like long, like a pelt. He was just the hairiest person, but it was blonde, and you don't usually see that combination. The Vanilla Gorilla.
The Vanilla Gorilla. Well, I have seen a few hairy blondes men, but not very often. There's only been like maybe 2 people that I can remember my whole lifetime. Victoria. Now, as a female, when you get older, you have lots of peach fuzz.
Yes.
That you can't see, and everybody else can see.
Yes. Especially
like if you turn to the light, it's like, oh my God, I didn't realize that. And so now you're over there all the time, like with a 10x or 20x mirror or whatever. Like, oh my God, nobody's told me.
Yeah, I don't want to.
But you know what? Yeah. It is. You can't stop it.
Somebody I'm very close to has a little mirror, that one of those little round mirrors that magnifies. So she gets it up there real close, and basically shaves. She's fucking all the.
Yeah, well, as you get older, you have to find like that one little black hair that you can barely get the tweezers on it because it's so close to the skin, and when you pull it out, it's that long. It's like, oh my God. And it's kind of funny because you want to take a picture of it, like to show everybody, oh my God, you ain't gonna believe this just came out. But it does.
We really took a left turn here.
Yes, we did. Well, let's just do this.
Yeah, how did we get here?
Hey.
Oh, because Dee Dee said she bought a wig.
Yeah, all because of Dr. Anthony caused all of this because of his great wig.
It was all Dr. Awesome's fault.
Yeah. Dr. Anthony caused him trouble on the morning show. Here we
We
go.
got 10 minutes left, too.
Victoria
Let's see
Lee's
what we
freaking
got.
out on getting older. I know the feeling, girl. Rough.
And now for the Tuesday live streams in Eastern Standard Time.
Oh, geez.
Up the morning with the Aquatic Morning Show on Main's Tales Fern Fin at 10. Maybe Jess will see this one. At 12:15. It's afternoon chat alike with Rico Stan. At 5, it's Fishy Talk on Lefty 3213A. At 5, it's also Pegasus Arena. At 6, it's Danican Aquatics, members only stream. At 6:30, it's the Focus On interview on Rico Stand.
Paul Sotera.
Yep. At 7, it's Tuesdays with Miss Susan from SLC Aquatics. Fish Fan Mom. 7:30 is Whizzle Aquatics and Hippie John the Fisher Mom.
You said Whizzle.
Whizzle, yep. At 7:30 is also Alex with the Secret History Living in Your Aquarium. He does,
And-
Alex?
That's no longer true.
Yeah, I didn't want to take it off since he missed last night. I didn't know if he might throw another one in. And also at 9 is Catfish Terry. Yeehaw! It is 10. At 10 is have a beverage with Dr. Black on Dr. Black 66. 11:30, Brennan with Misfit Reptiles and Aquatics. And that's it for Tuesday night. Now for your Wednesday live streams in Eastern Standard Time. We start off at 9 a.m. with Father Fish. At 11, it's Joe's Shrimp Shack. Coming from Germany. And also at 11 is KG Tropicals members only stream. And at 12:05 is the Aquatic Morning Show members only stream on Main's Tales Fern Fins. Sexy, ain't it? One, it's Bird Garden with Rack. It's two Uchi music. It's a weekly with Jimmy Keys Aquariums. And at 4, it's Kicked Off the Island with Skipper and the Professor. At 5, it's the Wednesday Hangout on Brienne's Fish Fam. At 6 is fishfam.link, weekly stream on Liquid Zoo's OnlyFans channel. Sherry tonight. At 6 is Wednesday with Bob and Pam on Kaler's Aquatics. Put your pants. At 7, it's In the Hot Seat on Rob 93. The 8 is Keeping It Shrimple with Papa Shrimp. Who loves shrimp? I love shrimp. At 9, it stands fish. I'm so stupid. And also at 9 is Primetime Aquatics with Jason and Joanna. At 10:30, it's the Steamy McStreamy, Stephen and Jenna P. stream at 10:30. At 11, it's Punchy Paints with Pam and Bob. And Liquid Zoo. Thanks for making this information easy to find at fishfam.link. And Lefty 32130. Thanks for your live stream calendar on your site as well.
Yeah, Papa Shrimp. I was gonna address that. What you just answered there. Anyfin goes asked if does YouTube have a raid feature like Twitch so we can all get moved to the next Fish Fam person's live stream. It is something that's coming right now. It's rolling out right now. I'm not sure if it's across the board or what, but people will be able to
be monetized.
Yeah, have to be monetized. That's correct. And they will. And the person you're sending to has to be monetized as well. I think, right? Is that true? So both parties?
I don't think so.
Okay.
But in order to get that feature, you have to be monetized. So I think just everybody has to be monetized that can link each other's channels and
Gotcha. So yeah, it would automatically send everybody over to the next one without anybody doing anything, clicking any buttons or anything. It would just boom, send them to right to the next stream. So that's something I think we the problem with that is there's some politics that'll come into play when there's two streams going at the same time if they're both monetized. You know how some of that stuff happens. I don't know. For a show like this where this is for everybody. This is a community live stream that's meant to be for the entire community. So if there's two people going right after this, who do you send to if they're both, I think.
Sorry,
Papa
I
Shrimp,
have news.
Papa Shrimp went, I think. And then that was it.
I had to do it.
I think.
We didn't get to shake our rumps today or anything. Jess is alive. She overslept.
Okay.
So she's good. She just texted me while the little live stream thing. She said, "Did you get it? Did you start it and get help, or decided not to?" Either way, it's like, I'm sorry, but we did it. We did it. Thank you two and Broccoli and everybody that stuck around, because I know it wasn't what you're used to getting. But thank you all so much for coming up and helping me, because I would not have carried it off for 2 hours. That would not have happened. I'm not capable of that.
Did you see that question, Jerry? You got one there from Daniel?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was letting them know either way. Yes, my
site's just
still good, or Jadron Aquatics.
Okay. All right.
Or email me. Either way.
Cool. Yeah, it's very I'm glad you're back there now, because that gives us another place to go.
Yeah, it's good to see Jadron back doing a few things. I understand he was going through stuff, and I understand what, but we did miss him.
Oh yeah. And that's the other thing is I'm working real hard on trying to just keep him motivated about the fish shop side of things, but he's really, the print side is so busy right now. I've never seen it where I've been there and they're working late and everybody's in there just hustling and bustling. All the machines are going. So I just mind my business, stay in the fish room, take care of all of that stuff, and try to not bother him too much, because he's really got a lot going on with the print shop.
That's a good problem to have, though.
Yes,
it is. When your business is is too busy, that's actually a sort of a good,
And for him, I think having me take care of things is such a relief for him, because he doesn't have to say, "Well, this is the way. Do it this way." No, he's just like,
he knows.
Whatever, man. Just let me know.
He trusts you enough to know that you're going to do things right by him, and yeah. Excuse me.
Hey, it's nice to have that person.
Oh yeah, definitely. Trust me. And that's part of why I'm just, as much as I want to stay out here and build my place out here, I just think timing is best for me to be in town and work on building here on the side to
Yeah.
eventually move back out. Oh shit.
What just happened? What's going on?
It told me my battery status was low.
You
and
both
it's like,
just
it's
left.
not-
He went, oh shit, and then he's gone. You disappeared, and it was just me.
Well, I saw battery status running low, so I went to grab for my charger, but it's in.
And now your cam is covered up a little bit too.
Oh, it popped back to the other one. Daggone it.
What happened with Jerry? His computer must have shut down or something. That was a funny way to go out. Oh, hopefully, didn't like a plane didn't hit his house or something. Oh, shit.
Well, that does happen from time to time. It's not like it can't happen. But anyways, everybody, make sure you go in there and do your thing on the short today. And thank you all for coming. And I don't know if Jess is planning on having any members only tomorrow or not, but look for it. It might be there. And thank you for coming. Thank you, Rico, Jerry,
Sure, yeah.
Brookley, and
Yeah.
Brogan, who was
And
entertaining
remember,
today.
if there is a members only, you do have to. It's unfortunate, but YouTube doesn't have the notification, so you do have to go to the community tab to look for it. Or
But-
Jess sometimes will get the information out. But yeah, you have to go looking for that members only stream. YouTube doesn't make you aware of it.
And just because I don't want to play the members only song again, we're going to go out with this. So see y'all.
We don't sleep because the party don't stop.